So I'd like to welcome everybody to another EHSQ Community Mastermind discussion. And we're going to be talking about attention and how its impact on safety today with our community expert, Amanda Wang Valentine. Before we get started, I just wanted to go over a little bit of an agenda. If you remember when you registered, we asked people some questions. So we're going to do a member's voice where we go over the registration questions and see what people's feedback was. During the mastermind discussion, we have two guests with us who are going to talk about their experiences of how attention influences safety in the workplaces. And then we're going to be opening up for a question period. So now, Amanda, if you would like to introduce yourself, Jess and Gary, that'd be great.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Amanda Wang Valentine. I'm the founder of InHome. We have built an application just for workers' attention to optimize workplace safety and operational excellence. My background is investment banking, applied technologies in the business development and strategy side. And I'm joined today by Jesse. Jesse, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, thank you. I'm Jesse Ayton. I'm with the FOMAS group. I sit in the U.S. office. We are a seamless forging mill for stainless steel rings. And I've been in the forging industry at this place for about 32 years.
Thanks, Jesse. And Gary, we're joined by Gary today as well. Do you want to introduce yourself, please?
I do. Thank you very much. It's Gary Edwards, and I'm a advisor to Intellex, helping them build out data science capabilities over this last year. Been very honored to do that. My own background is 25 plus years in the world of research and business building, and now applying that to clients like Intellex that want to build out their predictive analytics capabilities.
Thanks. Tamara, back to you.
So if you do remember when you first came in through the registration, I asked a series of questions. And so the first one that I asked people was, what are the processes workers need to apply significant attention and alertness in your workplaces? And 13 people said yes, that they did have processes within their workplaces that needed significant amount of attention and alertness, or there would be a negative outcome. And then we asked a second question, and the second question that we asked was, in your root cause analysis, did you ever come across an employee who said that attention or alertness was influenced the event? And 12 people said yes, definitely they saw this. And then the last question that we asked was, do you have a program that addresses human error performance? And 11 people said, no, actually, they don't have that. So we'll be looking at how attention impacts our safety in our workplaces. But before we do this open discussion, we wanted to open up a poll to get people's opinions today.
Okay, so the first poll question is, in your experience, do you believe attention influences safety in your workplace?
Wow, that was very fast, Amanda. We actually have the results. So 100% say yes.
Okay, and then the second question is, do you have any methods that you use to strengthen attention, awareness, and alertness in your team to help optimize the work performance that they do?
We just have a few more people that need to vote. There we are. We're at 100. So the poll results here is 63% said yes and 38 said no.
Thanks, Tamara. So there was another person who was going to join us before who also works with Jesse called Thomas, and we talked about with him previously and with Jesse about their experience in health and safety, and asking them a little bit about some of the challenges that they've noticed, how attention influences their safety performance. So Jess, can you tell me from your point of view and your 32 years at your company in the steel forging industry, how have you noticed that attention influences safety performance in the workplace?
You can tell by a lot of it's, I think, a lot of it's complacency. They get to know their job and they're doing it out of habit. Or you also know that with the cell phones, people are attached to those. So anything that draws their attention away from what they're actually doing. In our industry, being the forging industry, it can be very dangerous or even life-threatening. So just keeping their mind on exactly what they're doing at the time they're doing it has been a challenge.
Right, right. And Gary, you've come into the health and safety industry from the data analytics side. Are you seeing anything from the data side, or is there any of your observations and research around how attention influences safety in the workplace in a more general?
Yes, one of the things that we found, and I think attentiveness is one of maybe one of the key reasons to point to this, is that within companies, not across them, but within companies, we see a tremendous amount of variation in health and safety, in failures that result in sometimes tragedy, but oftentimes very, very difficult circumstances for people and then for the businesses themselves. And so when we see incidences occurring, and with such great degree of variation within an organization or enterprise, we know that there are things going on a very human side. And I think attentiveness would definitely be one of the things we'd point to say, look, some of your folks seem to get it and know how to stay on task and keep each other safe, and others seem to have their minds wandering. And whether we've looked at transportation companies and people who get into accidents, for example, we find that driver distractedness is one of the key reasons for that. And again, these are issues of attentiveness, and the fact that within companies we see all this variation suggests that the human factor is very much at play here.